Greetings, greetings, greetings. I will wait for some of you all to come on and share this to a group. Thank you for being generous with me. With your time and the technology. I just wanted to respond to a couple of sisters who asked me if I'm live. I'm here. And check. Okay. I'll just wait for you all to come on in. I'm going to grab my cauldron here. Let me see. I think I'm going to do some, I feel like some calendula flowers. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Please go ahead and share this out. I usually don't ask that, but who doesn't want to bless their ancestral mothers, right? So share. Be sure to share it out to your communities and your loved ones. I'm just going to burn some calendula. Tonight, I am going to be transmitting on the ancestral mothers. We are going to pour some libation. So if you don't already have your cool water, this is a good time to get your jar of water or glass of water. It does not have to be this big. You can have a shot glass. Water is water. Water is life. Okay. But I have this. It was in my refrigerator. And I had that getting cool all day. For the ancestors, please let me know if you can hear me. Let me get some hearts, some thumbs up, that you can hear me, you can see me, and all is good. Okay. Good, good, good. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Yes. All right. Thank you so much for being here. I'm just going to go ahead and let the sisters come on in. I won't be reading any comments or anything like that. If something resonates with you, please drop it in the comments. Do that. And later on, I'll go back and read all the comments. I want to give a little bit more time for folks to see the feed. Like I said, go ahead and share out so your folks can connect with the ancestral mother's energy tonight. Okay. I have been in my personal ancestral devotion for the past month, actually. I open up very early. So I am inside of this energy now. So we are going to bless our ancestral mothers. We are going to just come into a spirit of agreement with each other in the value and appreciation of our ancestral mothers and the connection and the power of the womb. Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit about the frequency of appreciation and love and faith and the womb, and I'm going to do a meditation that is connected with our hands. So create some sacred space for yourself. Now, this is Womb Goddess Temple, Ashe, and we are opening up Womb Ancestral Season. I will be running this devotion through community for the next 8 weeks, actually 2 moon cycles. The mothers is for October and the fathers is for November. So I will be coming live and doing all the stuff around ancestral season now. And this will be my divine focus and my end of my service, Ashe. Yes. So first, if everyone has their water and they feel good, I want you to just come into a place of just stillness within yourself. Let's connect. Breathe. Put a slight smile on your face. We want to be generous with each other, generous with our time, generous with technology, generous with our babies, generous with how we close the day. Come on in, come on in. Those who are just connecting, come on in. Take your shoes off, relax yourself, connect with sister. Connect with the temple of the ancestors through the womb. That is our divine intention, Ashe. I bless your higher self. I bless your Ori to come and feel this energy within yourself and to accept the energy within yourself. I bless your ancestral mothers. May your most loving, may your most whole, may your most caring, may your most well ancestors come forth, and those who need it the most as well, those that you don't know, and those that need this energy, those that need the blessing. May they also come forth and receive the nourishment that they need. And may you also be blessed, and may your complete ancestral maternal line be blessed through womb, through the choice and through the power and through the love that you have in your heart and the reverence that you have in your heart and the spirit of appreciation. I welcome the Inner Crone, the mother of the mothers, to come on in. Our Inner Crone holds this energy within us, deep within our womb cave. She governs the land of the ancestors. So deep within your womb is where the Crone Mother is, the mother of your soul. So I'm going to go ahead and give the message now. Just continue to keep connecting and feel yourself reach to the left of you and to the right of you, and feel yourself connecting with your sisters. It does not matter where we are located or the time zones. We are in this in one heart, one mind, one womb, the womb of all life and creation, as we are held here in containment. You could say your own protection prayer, because we are opening. This is the dark side of the moon. We are opening up now. So say your own prayers of protection that you feel like you may need within yourself as we open ourselves up for containment. Lafia, I bless you in your knowing that you are connected. You are protected. You are held in infinite divine love and the love of your ancestors. Isn't it good to know you are safe, and it is safe to be safe? I feel my mothers. Come on in. Welcome the mothers into the room. Welcome the mothers into the room. Welcome the mothers into the room. And as you just sit in this, you could just sit and listen to the sound of my voice. The Crone Mother. The Crone Mother is the mother of mothers. She represents the sacred blood time, the time of stillness and the winter. She is the mother of our soul. Life flows and changes, but the crone stays the same, as so our ancestors. The crone remains lying deep in our womb. She is the source. She is that connection. She is the dark, deep forest, the land of the Egun, the land of the ancestors. So in connecting to our womb, the womb of womb, in a cyclical goddess way, as I practice in Womb Goddess Temple, whenever I am in that place of blood, which is life, which is water, in the winter time, in the winter season, in the menstrual time, is holy and is sacred, because when we get quiet, it is a time for us to, within ourselves, connect into that field of the ancestors, into the temple of the ancestors through womb. So now in this moment, I want to invite you to just connect to your inner mother, your dark mother, your inner wise woman, the winter, the stillness of you, where you can hear the whispers of the ancestors. You can hear the whispers of your maternal lineage, your mothers, in the stillness of the dark. as we are in this dark side of the moon. And so we always have access to our inner wise woman, to our inner crone, to she who governs within our own feminine system, our own womb, the womb of wombs in the source, the inner crone. Allow all to drop away. Drop. Let it fall off. Let it all fall off. All of your concerns. Drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it off. And come into agreement with yourself, with your womb, with your higher self, with your body, with the love and the gratitude and appreciation in your heart. You are alive because of your mothers. Connecting to that maternal DNA that is within you. And the ancestral mothers that is connected to your womb of the wombs of the wombs of the womb, the matriarchal line, and the set of ancestors that is on your paternal side, those mothers matter. We call forth all mothers, both sides. We welcome their loving grace and presence and offering them this nourishment. Ashe. 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 So I want to talk about the love of the ancestors. Because when we practice, and when I'm talking about nourishment and nourishing your ancestors and being nourished, I am nourished by my ancestral devotion, okay? I am deeply, deeply nourished by my ancestral devotion. What does that mean? It means that we practice ancestral reverence and devotion, particularly, at this time of the year. Is highlighted mostly is November, October. I extend things out, into November. But most folks, they have it rise up in the consciousness in during October, All Hallows Eve, going to the holy days in the early November. And that's kind of like a traditional way of working, and also according to the cycles of nature, stuff like that. But your ancestral devotion should nourish you every day of the year, in all seasons. And so one of the ways that you can connect, as I was saying, so you can make this very practical, magical, and just common and miraculous at the same time, right? Really connect in such a way that it nourish you in a feminine way of your practice, right? And so when you think about nourishment, right, most folks, we say in the ARTs, right, we talk about feeding our ancestors and all the things that you do to feed your ancestors. Yes, and I want to connect to the frequency of nourish. Doesn't that the containment of that feel so like someone just wrapped you up, holding you, right? That inner energy of your womb, where you can just rest in the dark. Do you know that there is so much love for you in the dark? There's love in the dark. There's love in the inner cave. There's love in connecting in this season and all the time in the mystery of your ancestors, your ancestral mothers, your ancestral fathers, in all of life. And they hold love for us. So ancestral devotion and connecting to ancestral consciousness, which is what we are nourishing within ourselves, and through our devotion, is a beautiful, energetic reciprocation. Yes, and it's not always about I feed my ancestors and then, I receive something or whatever, right? When I nourish my ancestors, I am also being nourished because I am them and they are me. And in a soft devotion, in a holy devotion, in very simple ways. Like I said, I simply, I was cooking okra today, and I heard the voice of my grandfather. He wanted some of the okra. Okay, I make a plate, I put it on my table. My kids is eating, they're doing their homework at the table, right? Very taking the mystical energy out of ancestral devotion and bringing it and connecting it into the womb, because the womb is the portal and it's the crossroad of all existence. Okay. And so, and with my mother, she desired yams today, so I gave her a yam as I gave Ushun a yam, and then I gave my baby in my heavenly son in the ancestral realm. So I served them, I nourished them as I was just cooking. Right? I just move in that way. Then I teach my children to move in that way. And this way we are doing this in a way that it's just, this is not like this altar, and then we have to do all this. And yes, and do that. Create, I have went into, sisters' homes and open up the ancestral portal through the altar and done that and open it up and we bless the altar. You can do all those things. And you can also just nourish your ancestors as you nourish yourself, and let it be very simple. Let it connect it to the home and the hearth, because that's what your ancestors want. They are the closest to you. All matters of life and death, the ancestors care about what's happening, who you get married to, what's going on with the kids. Just like your mom would, a grandmother would want and care and want the best for you, so does your ancestors on the other side. They are just absent from the body. That's it. They're just absent from the body. And so they care about all the very practical daily life stuff. Your union, your kids, your husband, where you at, where you working, all of these things, and they love you. And it doesn't take a lot to connect with them and to feel that nourishment that comes from being rooted. Ancestral veneration, reverence, devotion, nourishment, all connects us back to our earth. It connects us back to body. And it connects us back to truth in our human. And so the source of the ancestral energy allows for us to live this life. I remember recently my ancestral father, in fact, he was like, all of them, but I am deeply close to my ancestral father, and on my mama's side, my maternal. And I remember he was like, my mom's was there, and then my father, he came and stepped forth. He was like, listen, you do this for you because we already believe in you. So whatever you're doing, you doing this for you. Like, we're already holding this energy of faith for you and belief for you, for your desires. That's that ancestral love, right? And it's very simple. It's just mother to child, father to child, right? We are always like our ancestors' babies. And I'm speaking about well ancestors, right? There are ancestors that need a lot of love and nourishment and evolution in the ancestral realm, and it's your choice to deal with them or not, because you are sovereign, and you are sovereign, and you are sovereign. And so we always want to think about, when we're connecting with our ancestors, that you will never forget about your sovereignty as you nourish reverence. Okay, let's ring the bell on that. All right. We are always sovereign. And so that just nourished me so, to just feel that, to feel the faith that my ancestors have in me, and the belief that they have in me, where I fell short of my own belief. And another example of just very practical ways of just hearing hearing the voice of the ancestors, that I was able to give my husband wise counsel as the priestess of my own house. And I remember I heard the voice as we were connecting on uprooting our family here to Maryland, because we came back and forth to Maryland and we had deep resonance. It felt good in our body. I could hear again moving from Pittsburgh and all those mountains. I could smell, I could take, it was like, we need to be in Maryland. Also, the oceanic energy. And so my husband was applying, and I knew, and I saw it on the map where we wanted to go. And it was this message that came in, where you don't have faith, your ancestors have faith. And I gave that to him. And like shortly after, everything, it just opened. He needed that reassurance. So I tell you this in such an easy way to connect with the truth of the power of the ancestors, their love for you, their faith in you, their belief in you, and that you are sovereign in your connection with them, and the responsibility of unraveling for love, right? So this is a frequency that I hold, that I devote to, is how do I unravel for love, and what does that look like? As much as we have all of the blessings, we call forth all of the blessings, all of the talent, skills, and abilities, activate all that stuff in us, all the gifts of our ancestral lines. Then we look at the ancestral patterns that we need to unravel, the patterns that we need to unravel for the love and the fulfillment of the destiny that is ours to have, that we are sovereign, right, to experience within ourselves. All those things that we're like, oh wow, I don't think that's me. I think that's my mama. No. Okay. I think, this is what I do in womb, in the womb ancestral sessions that I have, like, oh, okay, this is what's coming up. This is this thread. Let's unravel that from your bowl. Let's have understanding of what's yours is yours. And you are also responsible because you are the evolving ancestors. And that right there, you choose not to, in your sovereignty to nourish, right? We want to unravel those epigenetics within you so that you can experience your freedom, love, your birthright blessings, and all the good stuff through the power of the womb. All right, so let me read some of my stuff because I write a lot. And so in the frequency of connecting with the love, ancestral power is rooted in love. It's not mystical. It's not, supernatural. It's not, anything else besides truth and love. I find this to be so incredibly comforting to know we can never run out of love. Thus, we can never run out of ancestral power. It's one and the same. The love of our most caring ancestors is always ready and available to support us in our daily matters. For wisdom and for the evolution of legacy, they care about these things because it's them, it's their legacy. We not only have access to this power from our own known folks, those that we know, and preferred folks, those that we really, I resonate with that auntie in life and I resonate with her and in the afterlife, right? But across all time and space through infinity and holy love. We are infinite in this way. There are no limitations. We can be supported by our ancestors here in this way, our maternal line, our ancestral mothers, through our current bodily form and previous lives and dimensions. The truth is we carry all energetics from our dimensions, time, and spaces, which is readily and available to us just through activation. There is nothing that we cannot activate through holy love. There is absolutely nothing that is good that we don't have access to. There's nothing that is too good. There's nothing too good to happen. There's nothing that's too good to have, be, or experience. You have access to it. It's universal law. And so we can learn to fulfill our needs and our desires through this love. Through this love and the power of our ancestors, because love is the law. In the truth and the blessing, I feel free to express and bring all of me, all that I'm experiencing across all time and space, and choose to delight and to celebrate all of my ancestry, in which I honor all of it. No part of me is off. I am eternal, and in this eternity, I am holy love, and I am in holy love with the power of my ancestors. It is my choice and my power, and it is love. And it's your choice, and it is your power, and it's love. So think and connect with that energy for a moment got this on my other phone. Think and connect in that power for a moment of what it means to be inside of love, inside of the love of your ancestors, right? Because I think we sometimes get past this in like the rituals. Monday I do this with my ancestors, this and that, this and that, and this and that, and this and that. But what happens is when we ritualize something all the time, and we get the pressures of doing our ancestral stuff, and we kind of lose our human. We kind of lose the fact that like that was my mom. That was my grandmother. That was like, these are human people who walk this earth, who drink the same water as you, who breathe the same air as you, who walk the same earth as you, who has the same DNA as you, who has the same cellular memory as you, who lived this life, who connected with all that is here on this planet, was birthed the same way as you, who's going to pass the same way as you. And we lose that human aspect of ancestral devotion. So when you connect with that, come into your body, come into your person, as you call the names of your mother. I want to invite you now to type out and say the name of your mothers, all the mothers that you know. Put it in the chat so that you can connect with to the human. A lot of times we talk about ancestral spirit. I do well with ancestral spirit in general. And then there is the mothers that I know. Those human beings and their personality, and they still have their personality when I connect with them in my mediumship and in the womb sessions. And the sisters are like, oh my goodness, that's her. And they don't lose those signatures of who they are. And in that way, we can nourish them with that stuff, right? Oftentimes I joke with my kids, what y'all gonna give me? Because I got prepared up. What y'all gonna give me? What you gonna put on the altar for me? What you gonna put on the table for me? Moms love chocolate. Your dad loves coffee. So we are already training them to have that type of connection, but so simple. It's so simple. And this is what I'm speaking in regards to ancestral devotion and rising in consciousness and deepening in body into the earth. And I do this in a womb ancestral practice. I'm not taking away from what you do as far as African religion and spirituality or any other traditions that you have. I have my own tradition and the way that I do things through womb. Okay. And so this is my temple, and this is how I practice, and this is what I teach, and this is what I live, and this is the truth that I nourish and that I serve, and have been doing so for, I don't know, almost a decade or something. So this is Womb Ancestral Season 21. All right. And so, and it continues to evolve and evolve and evolve and evolves and evolves. All right. So sit with that resonance and consider the love that they have for you when you feel like you're not lovable. Sit with the love they have for you when you sit near worried about some stuff. Sit with the love that they have for you when you're considering your love life and all the things you want to create, or you want to have a baby, all the human stuff, you want to purchase a car, and you want to, and you're in that space of that, that liminal space and needing just that extra love of just hold me here, because I'm trying to create this. I desire this. Consider the love when you are sick in your body. Consider love when you need to bless them children because they acting a whole fool out there, and you think about the prayers that saved your rump, your grandmama, right? Consider the love of your family. Your mama, your mama's mama, and your mama's mama. Take out the mystical stuff of this. This is as common as a glass of water. And it's as magical as a glass of water, which is all life and holds all life. We are water people. I'm wearing some watercolor. We are water people. This is a water planet. Water is life. Simply pouring life, giving life, nourishing life, receiving life, nourishing life, receiving life, nourishing life, and on and on and on. Yes. Have you gotten y'all with me? Give me some hearts. I'm gonna drink some water. Y'all got y'all water? Y'all got y'all water? I just want to know, because we're going to be moving forward. I want to make sure you got your water so that you can nourish yourself in your own water to drink. I got some mint in there, and it's so yummy. All right. And so I'm in this frequency of nourish, and what it means to experience beauty and devotion. And I've been on this this thread in this containment in my own self about beauty and how beauty is expressed. And I always like to think about life in this way of like, it's so enchanted, right? Ancestral devotion is very enchanted. Enchanted meaning it feels so beautiful and magical, yet it's so practical in its function. You feel the magic, yet you feel that groundedness. And it never ceases till you amaze you. And it's so mysterious that you can't really put your finger on it, but you know the truth inside your womb. Ancestral consciousness and devotion in your feminine, right? And so when I think about the beauty of ancestral devotion and connecting with our ancestral mothers, I think about, all the things of what your mother and your grandmother, what they loved, their dolies or perfume or, all of the things that feels like beauty to them, to our ancestral mothers, and that you grow in a deeper appreciation when you know them, right? You grow in a deeper appreciation when they passed on. And you connect with that, the memory that's within our body of them. And it expands and you feel the beauty. After time, after a while, if you are like me, your mother is in the ancestral realm, or someone, or your dad's mom, or one of your mothers that you knew, and it hurts, right? It hurts when you're human, but after a while it gets easier, and you can smell that smell, and you cook that stuff, you could cook that favorite food, and you could do all the things, and you can live a practical, enchanted, ancestral, magical, witchy existence where you feel their power, and you know their power through love. You know they walk with you, yet it's so beautiful and enchanted at the same time, because you have all of these elements to connect to nourish them and nourish yourself in that beauty. And so bringing beauty through the soul. Pouring libations, I'm from my notes. Pouring libations is all about nourishing graciousness and gratitude. In the spirit of appreciation is a frequency. And the energy of appreciation from your soul, from your feminine soul, and from your womb space, it is what creates the beauty. It's what allows you to weep and for your tears to be a blessing unto your ancestors. Your tears, your water, to be a blessing. It's that energy of graciousness and that energy of gratitude and appreciation that allows you to just rejoice and give thanks as you nourish them. And it is as common and beautiful and magical. Gratitude and appreciation is medicine for life, for the soul, for connection, and remembering the dirt. The spiral of the lineages within you, the land of the ancestors. And so I was talking to you about the Crone Womb and the Crone Mother, the inner mother within you. And so the ancestors never sleep. And so I talked about that. I'm going to say this one more again. Because when we talk about our inner womb cave and connecting to that portal within us, where she can connect us to the dark. She can connect us to the mystery of the ancestors, the land of the ancestors, right? She can connect us to ancestral spirit that we know we don't know. And as we move around following her and following that spiral, that red thread to the ancestors through our womb portal, it is the Crone Womb and the Crone Mother. In the winter, you can hear them if they whisper. They speak loudly. I'm going to say that again. In the winter, I can hear them. If they whisper, they speak loudly. So what does that mean? Right? That came through the Crone Womb. In the winter, I can hear them. Even if they whisper, They speak loudly. And that gives you that energy of understanding, of stillness in your womb, calming your nervous system down so that you can feel that covering of your ancestors and connect with the ancestral mothers and their wisdom through the power of your womb, through the mystery, through the dark side of the moon, and your own inner dark moon. Ashe? Yes, that's a blessing. The Crone Womb is the innermost mother of the womb, complete dark and wellness, where light enters and the truth illuminates your soul. Mother Crone is the governess of the ancestral realm, according to Red Moon and my own opening in cyclical goddess tradition, Womb Goddess Temple. My womb phase is the opening. Your womb phase is the opening. Our womb phase is the opening. My womb is the life of the ancestors and the portal. When I live from here, I live for them. I am connected to Source. Womb Source is power and holds ancestral lineage, holds all in our blood, in our eye, in our life. When you connect to the devotion of your ancestors, it is perfection. You can connect in your inner crone phase, the blood time, in the dark side of the moon, earthly dark season, monthly, weekly, every day, and truly, honestly, every day. Every day I connect with my ancestors. And it's all about fostering connection and loving it along the way, practically and magically in blessing. In remembrance that ancestors are not mythical. They are just as human as you. This is a channel from the Crone Mother if you're just coming in about the ancestral path through the womb. Walk the same earth as you did in the same path now and experience the same human frequencies as you do now. Fundamentally, they are you. And as we remember them in our human and in our supernatural abilities to guide, to honor, and to support our life force in our destiny with sovereignty, always in sovereignty and in of your own soul. For we are new and old and magic and water. We are the elements in body. As they were, we worship and hold space for this in human connection to infinity, and we take up their good and carry on. We diminish and dissolve, as in melting ice and letting our ice melt away in our human evolution. We unravel for love. All that is not for our highest and best favor and the fulfillment of our own soul destiny. We are a new soul, and we're also ancestral soul. We carry that when we're born. And so when we unravel, we're unraveling in past life stuff, all that stuff. So when we unravel that stuff that through epigenetics from the womb and being carried in our mother, in our DNA from this particular life, other lives, all the different imprintations from being born, dispersed, all the stuff. So we unravel all of the things and also know that we are sovereign in our new soul. And we just, you're born again, right? So this is the way of the goddess on the ancestral path and human function and alike. We unravel the patterns and we bless forward. This is the red womb spiral and following the staff of the crone into the forest, the land of the Egun, the ancestor mothers, and yet the fathers to come. We journey and we journey. I am womb. I am a womb in a human. Womb is a frequency. I will post these so that you all can connect with this Crone message, and because I channeled that at that particular time, so that you could be nourished by the words, Ashe. And so what a blessing it is to know that you have access within your own womb portal, Ashe. You have access at any time, in any day, in every season. But it's such a joy to come together, particularly in the dark season, to celebrate the love in the life of those that we sat with, we ate with, we drank with, we went out with, we did this with, we lived with, we celebrated holidays with, we ate birthday cake with, we slept with, we cuddled under, we cried to, we walked the same path, we went to the same church, we did all the human things with our ancestors, and those that we did not, those that we just met in the ancestral realm, and who's guiding us and nourishing us, and we remember them, and we offer them the libations. We offer them the water. We offer them the substance. When I eat, they eat. When I drink, they drink. And it's really that simple as a day-to-day practice of home and hearth, and teaching your kids in the most simple of ways through the power of nourishing love. Ashe. Bring yourself into that place of just that frequency, that you are the womb portal. You carry the crossroad of life and death in you every single day. You are the womb ancestral portal. You have the power to unravel the egoic patterns, the epigenetics. You have the power to take up the good, the blessings, the talent, skills, and abilities. You have the love and support and the wisdom of your mothers. You could connect with their wisdom and listen through your womb. You cultivate, and I bless you, the energy of appreciation and graciousness through thought and inner beauty. In remembrance the beauty of your mothers. And remembering some of those things that may not be as beautiful. Some of those things that you want to change and evolve. In sovereignty. In sovereignty. So I want to bless you with ease and peace and joy and beauty in your ancestral devotion through womb. I want to bless you to make it as common as drinking a glass of water, and as magical it is as having devotional rituals and unpacking that stuff together in Womb Goddess Temple. It's such a delight, and it's such a beauty to know you are deeply loved. And they are so close. They are so, so close. In fact, you have access at all times, every single day, every cycle, because you are womb. And you are womb in human. Ashe. I want to read this from you. This is from the book Womb Awakening, and then we're going to go ahead and go into the actual blessing and go ahead and pour in the libation, Ashe. So I want to read this to you. This is not from my notes. This is from the book Womb Awakening. And I just thought it was so beautiful. Are y'all with me? Give me some thumbs up, some hearts, some something. Let me know y'all following along and y'all are connecting to this frequency of the temple of the ancestors through the womb and blessing your ancestral mothers tonight. I just want to know that you're with me. I'm going to drink some water. The power of the womb. Oh my goodness. I love this stuff. I was born for it. The power of the womb. There is no power greater. So I want to invite you now as I read this to just sit in your womb. Bring all your energy down, down, down to your womb space. Open up, breathe. Loosen, 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 loosen your womb. Drop all the way down into your pussy. Asking the mother to root lock you in the earth mother. Yes. Womb. The power of the womb. There is no power greater in this world than the womb. It houses our ability. We're going to bridge this connection with the ancestors. It houses our ability to create life, to truly feel and experience life. All of it. From birthing creations to birthing a whole people, to experiencing the portal of the ancestors within. The power to create life. This is a God-like, goddess-like power of creation to make another being in our own image. The genetic copy of ourselves and our partner is a Russian doll of not only our DNA and cellular memories, but all of our ancestors' DNA and cellular memories that have gone before us back to the beginning of time. Epigenetics shows us that we can switch on codes and information and remember and shut on and shut off past lives of our ancient mothers and our fathers. Our DNA is not fixed. It is more like a vast biological internet that shifts and adapts and is modified according to our life, our experiences, and our emotions. And those of our ancestors, we are always connected as if by an invisible string of molecules. I call this the red string that connects all our blood. We imprint ourselves again and again through the immortality, through the portal of the womb. Ooh, that hit me. We imprint ourselves, goddess, sovereign, infinite, divine intelligence in body, over and over and over again through the womb portal. Do you know how powerful you are? My goddess. Do you know how powerful you are? Your womb is not just a source of I just bleed and I put a tampon up there and oh God, I hate my cramps and all the things and Eve cursed me. You literally carry the portal of life and death in your body. You are the mothership. Period. All divine creation and the temple and the portal to the ancestors is in your body. I bless you in your womb, ancestral consciousness. And yet, this is only one facet of the womb's power. It's true. It's only one aspect. Just as we do not fully understand the true function of the brain or of the heart, so do we understand the true function of the womb. It is more than a physical organ. It is multidimensional. It is a doorway, a holographic imprint of the cosmic womb that birthed all of creation. Woo! Think about everything that you see around you. Look around, open your eyes. Look. What you see? Got a little lip gloss here. You see that? What else? Got some incense here. See that? Okay, what else I got? I got a little bit of charcoal. What else here? Boom. I got flowers. Do you know every single thing that you see, including this phone, was birthed through divine intelligence that is the womb? All things. So we are deeply, deeply connected. I am connected. I am protected. I am contained. I am in my womb power. I am connected. And I am connected to the source of my womb. We are never disconnected. Never. It's impossible. It is impossible for you to actually be disconnected. Even if you don't have your physical womb. Why? Because you are female bodied. I'm not just speaking of essence. So when I'm talking about we journey through our womb cycle, as I do in devotion every single day and have, for years, it just keeps getting more pristine and I have more depth and more understanding. Ooh, okay, I can connect to this whole field during my blood time. That's the Crone Mother, that's winter, that's connected to the portal of the ancestors. And in that, I could really activate that energy and drop down even more to hear the whispers of my mothers and my fathers and connect to the blood. And I can talk to them even more because I'm still and I can hear them. It's just more. It's a greater opening. It's deepening consciousness. It's connecting to what makes me distinct and unique and beautiful in my female body. Embrace what's natural to you. The womb. Every single idea that has been birthed on this planet comes through divine womb intelligence. And it takes its form. On an energetic level, the womb is also the door we travel through on our way back on our way back out from this life. Going through the womb portal, going through the womb portal, going through the womb portal. I remember when I was giving birth to my son, I thought I was passing. I began praying and praying and praying because I saw my mothers. They lined up on the sides of the hospital bed while I was giving birth. It's my first time giving birth vaginally. And my son, he lived for an hour at 26 weeks. And I was calling on Ushun, I was calling on Yemiya, and I was calling my mother, and I saw my mothers. And they were there, and all the mothers there. And I was looking out, it was like, no. And I was pleading with them. I was so torn. Take me, don't take me. Thinking about my other two children, calling my other two children, my husband, thinking about this baby. No, this is new life, And I labored and I labored and I labored. And in that moment, I realized this deep, deep connection of the womb and my ancestral mothers and being a true portal of life. A true portal of life. In that, I had life in me. I was the literal crossroad. I passed life alive. And then that life went on into the afterlife with my mothers. Just like that. Just like that. I experienced that crossroads through the birth and the death, passing. We don't really say, nothing dies. Everything is always alive. Of my son, bless him, in the ancestral realms. He's with my mamas, right? And children who pass away at birth and at any time they continue to grow, right? Right now, my son is 4 and I can feel him. He's stronger. He's like a guide. He's an old soul, but he continues to grow. So now I feel like a little boy running around me and stuff like that. He loves yams. And so that's so so us as African. Let me get them yams. But it's such a beautiful thing for me to have experience and to understand the power that is of mother in the womb portal, right? I can speak about this in such a way now because it took, it's been 4 years, right? I experienced a lot of maternal loss in the past 7 years. A lot of maternal loss with my mom and, birth and all the things. And so I'm so grateful to be sitting here. When I say it's miraculous that I'm sitting here and I'm back to womb devotion in such a way that I can share it out. It is truly a miracle. And I had to do a lot of devotion around mother for a while. But I'm here, Ashe, and I'm so grateful. Okay, so let me get back to this. Okay. So there are NDEs that talk about of rushing through a dark tunnel toward a light, and is in okay, through this light, and in this light a new baby feels born. So this is just essentially what happens when you're born again, right? Those who choose to reincarnate again, the passing and then coming back into the light and coming literally through the portal of the vaginal walls. All right, so we birth and we rebirth through the womb. It holds the power of life and death, and beyond that, the mysteries of the entire cosmos. Have you ever felt the universe through your womb? Wow, it blows you. Like it blows you away. If you connect to the cosmic womb of wombs, that's why I say there's nothing for you to actually be afraid of. You cannot you're infinite. Like you hold the portal of infinity as a woman in your body, the womb portal, right? Get that in your consciousness of how infinite you actually are. It's a devotion, it's a faith, it's a walk. But when you get that, it makes it so much easier to dissolve victimization in your body and in your mind and in your thinking. And let's remember, whenever you have those moments, your ancestors got you. They got the faith because they know. They're out of body. They still remember human, yes. And then they evolve. They're all over. They guide everybody. They guide. They're on assignment for this and this and that. And they got you too. And you yourself is pure source intelligence. Through the cosmic womb, you have the universe within you. Multiverses, in fact. Multiverses. Every single aspect of your pelvic bowl is like multiverse, right? You can journey, and I have journeyed in this ovary, that ovary, the cervix, the tubes, the back of the pelvic bowl, and you could just journey in every single aspect of your holy bowl, your pelvic bowl, and everything therein. Right, that it takes not even about the breast, and then the pussy is a whole other, a whole other universe, right? And so I want to invite you to come into that womb wisdom that tells us that everything is connected, interconnected, entangled, holographic. We are weaved together in infinite cosmic web, womb existence and information. And when you bless one womb, you bless all wombs. That is like this nuanced, energetic of what is true, that I'm holding this frequency for the Ancestral Mother portal and unraveling for love, those patterns, and being blessed in this portal with your Ancestral Mothers, and blessing all the things that we're going to do in this ritual, in this container, to both of the containers, but also just connecting with this truth here and this frequency. That when you heal, bring into the consciousness of that you are whole, because everything is already whole. That's why I'm working in an energy and the spiritual loss of blessing. So when I'm saying heal, I'm really speaking about everybody. Just remember that they're whole. All right. According to the spiritual laws and the truth of blessing and divine intelligence and love. When you heal one womb in one way, in one just frequency and unraveling of just one pattern for a little bit, however long, whatever it is that you do to nourish womb, you do it for all wombs. All. There is only but one womb. For you, my sister. For you, my sister. For you, my womb sister. For you, my womb sister. Every single womb. My daughter, your mom. Every single womb. Every female body born with this portal. So we not only bring womb consciousness and remembrance to the planet for ourselves and our line, because we are also infinite womb. And when we do it in devotion for every single woman. All. We're not separate. We're not separate. One womb, one mind, one love, one consciousness, and the truth, one human ancestral lineage. It makes it easier to unravel these egoic patterns that have you think that you're disconnected because of culture, because of thoughts, because of, all the human beautiful complexity stuff that this makes me me. Womb makes me me. And you. And you too. And you too. Oh, and you too. And you too. Every woman birthed the same. And so we all have these waters, We have our womb waters, the waters of pleasure, the waters that will hold the baby, the red crimson wave, the waters, all the same, all love, all sister, all human. So we can pull down those ideas and patterns of separation when we connect to womb consciousness and cosmic truth. And the ancestral truth. Our ancestors knew and understood this. So we pull up that wisdom. Ooh, I feel wrapped in darkness. In the dark there is love. We pull up that wisdom of our inner mother womb so she could teach us to remember. And we share it. And we share it. And we ritualize it. And we create the temple of the ancestors through the womb. I want you now to, if you haven't gotten your water, now is the time. I'm going to walk you through this meditation prayer where we connect with our hands. I hope you can look at your hands. If you need to put your phone down, just listen to me. Because when you see these hands, I have my mom's hands. And you may not have your mom's hands, but you have some mother hand. There's a mama who maybe have hands like you, a little this, that, this, and that. When we're born, she got her mother's this, her dad's this. And so when we are born, you imagine our features, and we hold these features of folks we don't even know. Folks we don't even know. And then there's folks that we do. In either way, it's so beautiful. So I want to read this passage that I got from this book. Let me pull it up. Because I have been connecting to the inner beauty, through the energy of gratitude and appreciation. This is for an expert from a grateful heart. Excerpt from a grateful heart. Daily blessings for the evening meals from Buddha to the Beatles. Prayers, poems, gratitude, affirmation, and thanks by M.J. Ryan. A grateful heart. Daily blessings. Set your mind on things high, beautiful, lovely, right? That's scripture. And it truly does help you to cultivate beauty within yourself so you can radiate out in your soul. That's what graciousness and appreciation is. And so I want to invite you to look at your hands. Let me drink a little bit of water. Stop been talking. This on level my new water bottle. Got my earth. I'm back confusing my water. So for this, you are going to need your water. Because after we connect with our hands, I want you to invite you to bring your hands to your water. And I want you to bless your water, okay? After we connect with this hand meditation and these words of prayer, I want you to bless your water. And so everything, even this whole entire conversation that I've been speaking, this water been picking it all up. All of it. All of it. Right? And so it's already receiving the energy and the holiness and the intention to nourish my ancestral mothers. So I want you to have that close by you. And so let's get into this, all right? It says to be said while looking at your hands. Or your hand, if you need to hold your phone, look at one. Just first take a moment just to look. Because I always remember when I look at my hands, I got my mom's hands. Right? I got my hand. My hands are a little on the big side. My sister's hands are so small, like compared to mine, they're like skinny. But I got my mom's big hands. And so when I look at my hands, I'm able to see my mother and remember how she baked cookies. Remember how she touched me, how she soothed me with her hands, how she blessed me. Right. And remember that also not only just my mom, but my grandmother's hands were also big. And so I look at my hands and I see my mother and I see my grandmother. What do you see when you look at your hands? Who do you see? Do you know? Even if you don't, you can have reverence. Whose hand is this that has never died? Who is it who was born in the past? Who is it who will die in the future? If you look deeply into the palm of your hand, you will see patterns. You will see your parents and all generations of your ancestors. All of them are alive in this moment. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Feel the aliveness. Of your mothers through your hand. Think about when you stir in a pot, how she told you how to cook that soup, how she told you, my mom loves lasagna. She loved baking cookies. When we cooking and we're nourishing our ancestors with meals, we are using our hands, the same hands, the rolling pin, making breads and doing all the beautiful things in the garden, rubbing the baby down with baby oil. All of the things healing you, touching you, nourishing you. Yes, so we have our mother's hands, our grandma hands. Give thanks. This is Hoodoo Heritage Month, our grandma hands. Some of y'all had the hands that caught the babies. So we bless our hands. Some folks like to take pictures when their loved one passed away of their hands to remember. Whose hands do you have? Well, you have all of them, truthfully. But when you have the consciousness to remember, and you know that you know the loved ones, and you know them, you know that they're ever so close to you, through this human body. All previous generations, all the way back to single cell beings, are present in your hands at this very moment. I think about my son's hands. When they brought him back to me, I had the opportunity to anoint his body. I made sure I brought some blessing oil. I anointed his body, these hands. I anointed his body. I blessed his body, these hands. The hands of my mothers. Look at your hands. Connect with your hands. Bless your hands. Let love radiate into your hands. Pour all the appreciation into your hands. These hands that nourish you, nourish your family, nourish your truth, all that you create and all that you do. The doing. The resting. Sometimes the gripping. Sometimes the fighting. The blessing. The art. The beauty. Fill your hands up with gratitude and appreciation for your mothers. Think about just one thing. It don't have to be a lot of things, but just one thing that you could call up and be grateful for, thankful for, appreciative for. Maybe it's something that your mom said that you carry, or something that your grandmom said, or your ancestral mother spirit, you just know, an inner knowing, a truth, a memory. Maybe it's just your collective ancestral mother energy that just runs through you. This is how we are. And in that, we are rooted. This is what we do. This is what we say. This is how we live. This is our standard. Think about when you called on your mamas and you came through something. Like I came through that birth of my son. In these past 4 years, I'm through it. I'm through it. I have joy. My joy is restored. And they walk the walk with me. And as you think about that, grab your water and fill it up with the gratitude of your mothers. I invite you to do this anytime. All that you wish, all that you pray for, all that you desire for them to know, from your heart to theirs, from your womb to the womb of all wombs, the portal of all portals, across all time and space and all dimensions in this blood line, and all, in all, in all, in of all, and for all, in all powerful, all knowing truth of all love, divine truth, love, power. Bless your water. What do you want your mothers to know? How do you want to nourish them through this life? Water. Infuse it. Do you know that love is enough? Love is a force. Love is an energy. Love is Reiki. Infuse your water with love and appreciation and gratitude. And just sit and meditate on one thing, one thought, one experience, one emotion, one feeling. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mom. Call your mom a name. Thank you, Sherlyn. Thank you. Call your grandmama a name. Call the women that's connected to your maternal line that you know, your aunties know, your folks, and all the mothers you don't. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you. And thank you. And thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hold your water. Thank you. Thank you. Keep saying it. Thank you. Keep saying it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mother. Thank you, Mother. Thank you. Thank you. Just thank you. And I thank you. Thank you, Divine Mothers. Thank you, Mothers. Thank you, Womb Mother. Thank you, the mothers of my blood. Thank you, the mothers of all mothers. Thank you, across all time and space. Thank you. Thank you to my maternal line. Thank you to my paternal and mothers. And we don't forget you. Thank you. Thank you. Feel that deep in your heart and in your soul. Pour in the beauty of gratitude and appreciation. Thank you. And thank you so much. Thank you so much in the ways that you walk with me that I may not even realize day to day. And I say thank you. And I just take a moment now to say thank you. I remember. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Pour in that energy. Feel that all in your being and all of your cells, in your womb, in your pussy, in your head, spirit, and all that you are in your soul, and every single force that is you and far greater than you and your human egoic patterns. Call forth the power from wherever it is in love and pour it all into this water. And thank you, Earth Mother. For your holy waters as we nourish our mothers. Let there be life. Let this water purify our lines because we believe. We ask for miraculous energy from this. We ask for the miraculous to step in. Pour miracle energy into your water. As we open up this ancestral season to all the ways that we wish to unravel for the love, our birthright blessings that we came here for in our human. May we also remember all the gifts and the beauty that we carry on. And may we be sustained in our ancestral mother's love. And simply remember a thank you. May we create a devotion that is easy, but yet so potent and so true, so magical, but so practical. As we love up on them, as they have loved on us in this life, that we remember in other lives. We bless those that we don't know. We bless those that need to be well. We give thanks for our daughters to come. May we be well, ancestral mothers, when it's our time. And may we continue to walk this walk and remember. And remember when we are not as faithful as we would desire, and we are in our human ways, that we can call on our ancestral mothers who also remember how it is to be woman in her human ways. We can call on their strength, their power, their influence, their love, their fears, their protection, their sensual My mama's got me returning back to pussy right now. And we can be the evolution of her. Help us. Thank you, Goddess, as we walk the ancestral path this season. Ashe. 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 That's life, that's life, that's life, and more life. I bless you, my sisters. I bless you to go forth and pour your libations. I bless you to scream and celebrate and yell. I bless you to release if you need to release. I bless you to rest if you need to rest after you get done. I love you so very much, and thank you for sitting with me. Thank you for sitting with me. Ooh, yeah, stuff is falling. Okay, these mamas ready to get this water. Thank you so much for sitting with me and coming into temple with me of the ancestors through womb. I do want to invite you to come into womb ancestral portal with me on October 17th in the full moon. Both of the containers go together. I'll post all that stuff. I'll be coming back these next 2 moon cycles. I'm devoting to the ancestors, so I will be back with all that information that you need. Inbox me if you are like, yes, I know I want to come in womb ancestral portal. Yes, I know I want to unravel. Yes, I want the personal womb blessing. Yes, I want womb goddess medicine for your womb devotion, for your ancestral devotion. I am now offering womb ancestral immersions. I am back to work. Bless my ancestors. I came through and I'm so grateful. So I want to thank you so much for sitting with me. And I hope that this served you well. I will post all the other stuff. And I love you so very much. Blessed, 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 blessed ancestral season to you and to yours. I love you. Now go pour your libations.